Next, let us start with the development of our calculator here. Let us put the layout as 4 buttons, 4 operation buttons on the right, plus, multiply, plus, subtract, multiply, and divide over here, and the 2 operand 1 in text box, and operand 2 also in text box, and we need a result of the calculation as label. Okay, so let us first drag in the text box, this one. I think that is good enough, or maybe we want to make it longer. And you can sort of copy and paste if you want to keep the same dimension. That is important. Then don't forget, for this assignment we will evaluate whether or not you give a proper name to the text box. So give name to this text box. Don't keep the default text box 1, the default name. So name it, for example, this is operand 1 text box, like that. This one is operand or op2 text box. Alright. Then we need to give a label to the text box to tell what it should be containing. So we need a label just to accompany the text box to tell what it is for. The text should be operand 1, give a colon like that, and it's better if you can copy and paste this one also. Ctrl C and then Ctrl V. Right, this one is operand 2. And for label, because we are not going to use this label as target or as input, so naming or changing the name from the default name is optional. But perhaps we can, if let's say you are a good programmer, you are so picky about this, you want to name everything, give a new name to everything. So I'm putting this op1 label, capital L also, and this is op2 label. Alright, so let us put this one closer. Okay, then we need another label to give the result of the operation. So one more label there. Now this label you have to rename. Don't keep the default label 1 name, because this one is the one that you want to access later when you do the calculation. So this is, I have to call it result label. So the convention is the first word is the purpose of the widget, and the second word, the last word, if you have a few words for the purpose of the widget, you can use a few words. Then the last word in the widget name will be the type of the widget. For example, this one is label, this one is text box, the purpose is for operand 2, this one is for operand 1, the type is text box, and so on. Okay, so this one, get back to this result label, we put the initial or default caption as result. Alright, so it's like that. Let us take a break, save it, and run it, and see if we are still on the right track. Alright, so the rest still blank, calculator. This one, nothing happened yet, of course. Then we want to put the button for the operation. Let us drag the button for add first, or plus. Okay, you can resize by dragging the border like this, but we want to be really precise about this. We can resize the button size manually by typing the size at the exact size. So I want width to be 60 point, and the height also 60 point. So I get the exact dimension. Then now the caption, this is plus, right? And the name of this widget is add button. See? And if you realize that the plus sign is too small, let us make it bigger by changing the font size. Maybe we make it bold, and the size, let us see how 20 point looks like. Okay, maybe that's good enough. Then we copy and paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V for the other operator. So this is subtraction. Now don't use dash for this one, because dash is not the operator for subtraction. You can go to internet and Google for keyword subtraction symbol Unicode. You will get the correct minus or subtraction sign that we supposed to be using in our documentation or in our writing. So this is it. Copy this one to C, then paste it here to V. When I press the enter key, you can see the difference in the shape. So minus sign or subtraction sign is a little bit longer and look bolder. If you do copy and paste, the name will not be copied, because if copying and pasting, you copy the same name, then the name will be conflicting and your program will have compilation error. So you need to rename this one to proper name also. This one is subtraction, sub button. The rest is okay, right? So copy and paste again from plus operator. Then this one is multiplication. Let us put the name for it first, mul button. And again, don't put X or don't put asterisk, but put the actual multiplication sign that you can also get from the internet by googling multiplication symbol Unicode. You can find one of the sign, and Ctrl C, Ctrl V, enter. You get the multiplication sign. Then Ctrl C and Ctrl V one more. This one is for division. This is div button, and we want the actual division symbol. So Google for division symbol Unicode. This is it. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. We get all of them. Save it. Now, because we are using non-standard ASCII, that is actually Unicode characters, Visual Studio will ask us whether to convert the file myform.h to Unicode file or file format that support Unicode. So we just say yes because we want to keep the Unicode character that we just key in. Say yes, then run it. Now we have the buttons, but nothing happened yet. Alright. So we have not done any coding yet because as you can see, everything here is drag and drop and changing of properties. So this is not programming yet. We will be doing programming when we start to code the event handlers. That will be for the next part of the tutorial.